Hi again. I have a new poem for you, and it's considered to be one of the all-time best sport poems, but I think it really uses sport as a metaphor for life. Listen to it and see what you think. The poem is Alumnus Football, written by Grantland Rice. Bill Jones was once the shining star upon his college team. His tackling was ferocious. His bucking was a dream. When Husky William took the ball beneath his brawny arms, they had 2 extra men to ring the ambulance alarm. Bill hit the line and ran the ends like some mad bull amuck. The other team would shiver when they saw him start to buck. And when a rival tackler tried to block his dashing pace, when waking up he'd ask, "Who drove that truck across my face?" Bill had the speed, Bill had the weight, Bill never bucked in vain. From end to end he whizzed along while fragments strewn the plain. And there had been a standing bet, which no one tried to call, that he could make his distance through a 10-foot granite wall. When he wound up his college course, each student's heart was sore. They wept to think bull-throated Bill would sock the line no more. But not so William, for in his dreams he saw the field of fame, where he would buck to glory in the swirl of life's big game. Sweet are the dreams of college life, until our faith is nicked. The world is but a cherry tree waiting to be picked. The world is but an open road until we find one day how far away the goalposts are that called us to the play. So with sheepskin tucked beneath his arm in football style, Bill put up speed and dashed into the thickest of the pile. With eyes ablaze he sprinted where the regal highway led. And when Bill woke up, his scalp hung loose and knots adorned his head. Bill tried to run the ends of life, but with rib-crushing toss, a rent collector tackled him and threw him for a loss. And when he switched his course again and dashed into the line, a massive guard named Failure did a toddle on his spine. Bill tried to punt out of the rut, but ere he turned the trick, the right tackle Competition scuttled through and blocked the kick. And when he tackled at success in one long vicious prod, the fullback, Disappointment, stared his features in sod. But Bill was no quitter, so he tried a buck in higher gear, but left guard Envy broke it up and stood him on his ear. Whereat he aimed a forward pass, but in 2 vicious bounds, big center Greed slipped through a hole and rammed him out of bounds. And then one day, when across the field of fame the goal seemed dim, the wise old coach, Experience, came up and spoke to him. "Oh boy," he said, "the main point now, before you win your bout, is to keep on bucking failure till you've worn the piker out. And kid, quit this fancy stuff. Go in there low and hard, and keep your eye upon the ball and plug on yard by yard. And more than all, when you get thrown or tumbled with a crack, don't sit there whining. Hustle up and keep on coming back. Keep coming back with all you've got, without an alibi, if competition trips you up or lands upon your eye. Until at last, above the din, you hear this sentence spilled: we might as well let this bird through before we all get killed. The road ahead is long and tough with soft spots far apart, and only those can make the grade who have the uphill heart. So when they stop you with a thud or halt you with a crack, let courage call the signals as you keep coming back. Keep coming back, though the world may romp across your spine, and let every game's end find you still upon the battling line. For when the one great scorer comes to mark against your name, he writes, not that you won or lost, but how you played the game. Well, there you have it, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I encourage you to find the poem and read it aloud yourself. Put your own spin on it. Until next time, happy memorizing.